Why do these guys have no face?
And I think that the Catholicism.
No, did you see Michael Jackson with your boy? Yeah, what's his name?
It's so foreign to me. I don't get it.
Rabbi, what did you believe on chaos?
That's just such a foreign concept for me.
But your future husband, he's Christian Maronite. Yeah, so he's Catholic.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming you want to have kids with. So are you going to raise?
He is Jewish. Grandparents. On one side, and on the other side, his family is very open-minded, and it's not an issue for them. They're fought with Israel during the Civil War and were armed by Israel against the Shia.
See, Yasmin, the fact that you're even talking about it now means you haven't let go of it. You.
No.
No. Can I ask you a question?
And stuff. They fought in the
Respectfully,
War. They were part of the Maronites that were funded by Israel, and so they're very pro-Israel still. Just for that.
Oh, this is the basis of a relationship. You'll still be on Clown House 5 years from now.
Speaking of Maronites, I'm friends with Mark Maron.
That's good.
They're original Maronite.
What?
Black.
Well, Maronites are the original kind of Christians and Catholics. It's the oldest one, right?
Those are the people that listen to his podcast.
El Norma, what do you think about all these Epstein files and photos that have released? I don't see any kind of Mossad connection in any of the documents they've released or any of the photos they've released, other than the Ehud Barak photography.
Nora, you know that?
Can you believe I was never invited to that?
I didn't know anything.
island?
My daughter's dad is also
He was
Catholic.
there.
Oh. Yeah.
What?
I heard that's where you got your Trina from. And
Allegedly, that's true.
That's
yeah.
That's what I get a adrenochrome. What is adrenochrome?
So both has a beginning, but there was an existence before creation. And so that existence
Assalamu
before creation
alaikum.
was the Most High. Hey, get your Hassalami bacon. But so there is a beginning for a lot of things.
How do you cook your bacon? Do you butter the pan first?
To meet Ducky where he's at, I think we respect it.
Hello?
Keep it scientific.
Does anybody have any coffee? Hello?
So there's an uncaused cause, Dougie, that is inexplicable. That's why we
An uncaused cause?
Being God.
Hello?
You're unexplicable. You just call. We're still
Unexplicability.
right? Yo, get him out of here.
Hello?
So you're unexplicable. You're safe. You're
Take the mask off,
I'm
Reed.
unexplicable.
Yo, Reed, chill.
Yo, Reed, calm down.
It's pronounced Ra'ad.
Okay, Ra'ad, just chill for a second. We're having an intellectual conversation.
Hello?
Hell is low.
Hello?
All communications hypnosis, man.
All communication is hypnosis. Hello? Hello?
Why are they just shooting people?
That's one thing to get dropped, but to get removed, I can't even come back. I can't hear nothing.
Like you did, that's cruel and unusual.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Cruel and unusual punishment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Who did that?
I don't know. They said it was Nathan. I don't know who that is.
Who is that? I don't know.
I don't know, motherfuckers.
That's the name that G. Wayne gave him.
Who's singing that song? Who's that in the background? Big mouth motherfucker.
Gave what?
Listen to yourself.
Nathan, who's Nathan, G.
I
Wayne?
don't know. You.
Huh?
Bees, let's take a shot.
I'm already taking shots. I'm over here.
I just got out, so I'll catch up. How many you up so I can catch up?
Oh my.
About three of them.
Okay.
Oh dang, they can't even come back to the room.
If you don't get up out the bathroom,
This one is. I don't think this is way more than.
No, it's not. I'm the one who started the room.
I thought Kirko told me it was like it started.
He didn't know. He was estimating. He didn't know that he was.
Oh, okay.
nigga, you're the one that raised him. Just like he wants you to change.
That I have evidence?
No, it shows here, it could be wrong, maybe it's a mistake, but it shows that you voted in the poll here. So do you have evidence? And it says yes, come up, and you voted for that.
Oh, evidence for God. I mean, not like objectively true evidence, but I mean, I just have my subjective life experience.
Oh, okay. Then we've got nothing else to speak about. I'm not interested in thoughts, feelings, opinions. What you want to be true, what you don't want to be true. I'm only interested in claims made.
Gotcha. Okay, so if I were to, I guess the best evidence I can think of is that most cultures in the world have religions, and that these religions answer common questions, and they answer similar questions regardless of where they are in the world and what time these cultures existed. They answered similar questions, and that these religions, they shape the surrounding culture, and they keep popping up. When people ask the sky or the ground or the trees or the volcanoes or whatever's around them, what is the reason for living? What is it? Why are we here? What happens when we die? What should we do when we're alive? There are commonalities in the answers, independent of the location or the time frame. And I think that would be evidence for a higher power.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for that. The thing is, this title here, what I'm asking, is it kind of suggests that, I don't know, people seem to be answering evidence for God. Okay, so I think I'm hoping for people who are atheists, maybe, or agnostic, to come in. But it's the people, it's theists who are answering,
God, what are you looking for? Or I guess you're not. You don't answer. I don't know how to converse with that, but I don't know what you're looking for. Can you ask me more pointed questions so I can answer you?
I'll drop my rule then. Okay. I will answer your first question. You seem very reasonable. Okay. So when I say God, I'm thinking a deity like the creator of everything.
Okay.
I guess that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
But I'm an agnostic atheist myself.
Okay.
It's just when I hear my fellow atheists speak, they make claims that there's no evidence for a God, right? And when I've questioned them, instead of answering in a coherent manner, in a polite manner, they resort to name calling, verbal abuse.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I think it's unfair when my fellow atheist ridicules the God believer for believing in something without evidence, right? Where them themselves seem to be making claims, like in the title, there's no evidence for God. But when questioned, they don't have the evidence for the claim that they're making. I just think that's unfair.
Yeah, I think that's unfair too.
And furthermore, many times I've heard atheists say God doesn't exist. There is no God. Two claims there, right? But I've heard the theists say, I'm not too sure if God exists or not. It's just a belief that I hold, right?
Sure.
And I personally believe that in them two examples, it's the atheist who is more illogical, and it's the theist who is logical. Because the theist is just saying it's just a belief that they hold, but they don't know for sure. They're not making any claims. It's just a belief, you know. Whereas the atheist is making the claim. They're going further than the belief. I just think that's very unfair. Does that make sense?
I think it's fair in the sense that you can hold any belief you want, right?
Yes.
It doesn't have to be logically consistent.
That's true.
In that sense, I think it's super fair. I don't think it's illogically consistent, but I do think it's fair.
Yes. I mean, I have beliefs. I said earlier before you were here, I think I have beliefs that I don't have any evidence for. I don't have any evidence that the people I've been in a relationship with have been faithful to me.
Rubenchik, Rubenchik, can you put me in your queue? This is Rod.
Can I put you in my queue?
Yeah, I want to ask you a question, Stephen, a question.
Yes, you can talk.
I know that name. I know that voice.
So my question is about materialists or physicalists, because there's a Yiddish expression that says "Alles ist God," all is God, and there's a belief that everything in the objective material world is God. And so how do you, I guess, deconstruct that, rationalize that, or, dispute that?
Are you asking me or?
Where's that question to?
To you, Rubenchik and Stephen.
Okay. I think it's I heard a good quote from AI once that we are the universe observing itself. That was kind of cool. Cool thought that we're simply like part of the whole, I think that can, I totally think that's a possibility. So, I think it's rather easy to rationalize that concept.
Are you a Christian, Stephen?
Hell no. Nope.
Are you religious?
Yes.
What religion are you part of?
None.
Then you like me.
I'm a cherry picker. If I hear something from a faith that I really enjoy, and I think it comes from God, then I follow it. And if I don't believe it comes from God and I think it's man-made, then I don't follow it.
Yeah,
That's not religion then that you believe in. Then you're outside religion. Religion is man-made.
I believe that's true.
So
I believe in religion as well.
in the chat, I wrote, I can prove there is no evidence whatsoever for God, but the no evidence is, so we have a problem here, which I'm trying to point out, which is that atheists and their definitions are essentially the conflict, because that statement, everything is God, which is the term Allah, all, Godfather, the All Father.
Oh my God, Allah doesn't come from all dumbass. Allah comes from Allah, and Allah is.
Did you just call me a dumbass? I just want to confirm you called me a dumbass.
You make a reference Allah is not an English word, so.
Fatima, I don't work for the complaint department. I'm trying to play a linguistic game here. Look at what I put in the chat, because part of this explanation is linguistic, and I'm trying to make a point about how the objects.
Linguistically, Allah doesn't have anything to do with the English word all.
I know, but I'm making a philosophical, metaphysical point about nothingness, the void, the vacuum, that the space around the object is what gives definition to the object itself. So there's this background, foreground, and, you know, there's just, it's a multi-dimensional relative reality. And part of the problem on the planet today is we have this linguistic it's actually like a grammar problem. And I asked, and Stephen, you showed me a really good suggestion to AI, you know, asking questions like, what do you know about me that I don't know about myself? What?
Oh, you like that? You like that prompt?
And I couldn't believe it, but fucking Grok wouldn't answer the questions. I don't know why. I couldn't get it to respond. They kept putting in the follow-up comment, like, answer the question. And fucking Grok wouldn't respond. So I'm going to go back. I could have hit my query limit for the day or something, but I was annoyed. So anyways, I'm just telling you that our solution to the problem of the situation will always reside in the word, not the sword, the word. And, but a sword is a word. And so I just want to say, you know, strike the master chord and draw the flaming sword. I am complete.
Have you heard? Have you read any of Bruce Lee's philosophy?
As a matter of fact, I do have multiple books about and by Bruce Lee, and they're really interesting because he's very philosophical.
Yeah, he loves that concept of emptiness. That the void defines the thing. It's the emptiness that defines the thing.
But that's the evidence. If this was a courtroom and we had to prove there's no evidence for God, we would be submitting negatives. We would be submitting the opposites. And so that is the evidence for what you could call a silver lining. And that gray zone is really the hot zone, or, you know, the target rich environment for proving the existence of God through the negation of God. And that's why Hindus say nati, 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 not this, not this, not this, not this. That's one way to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that there is no God, or there is a God. I'm not sure anymore. Hello?
I'm listening. I was interested in how you could prove it musically.
Sure, let me demonstrate. Okay, take the deepest breath of the day. That's called a bell. It's called another bell. And this is a song called I'm Gonna Prove to You There Is No Evidence for God. That's the name of the song. This song is only possible by the void in the drum itself. This calf skin stretched across the top of the drum. I'm proving it musically. You just don't like my opinion.
That was my doing. I did ask.
Don't worry, I won't take on Rich Stephen. I thought you were serious, Reed.
That's an interesting word to use for
What is the word? That's interesting.
Serious. Yeah, I wouldn't call him.
I thought he was
He's serious in some ways, but his I think the whole point is that his playfulness of what is and isn't serious is the point.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to read off what AI says. Not that AI is a credible source. I did something a few weeks ago, and what AI said on both occasions contradicted one another. But here goes. It is generally held within both scientific and theological communities that the existence or non-existence of God cannot be definitively proven or disproven. That's what AI says. I guess I believe that. I'm not willing to make the claim that's the case because I don't believe there's anything that I know was the truth. I don't know that my mother was my mother. My child is my child, or I'm in a car right now, or I'm in.
You're highly certain.
Or I'm in love with somebody right now that's in my mind. I can only give. It's only a belief that I have. I'm open that I could be wrong on all them things. I mean, I could hate the person that I think I love. My mother could not be my mother, after, in fact, and my child could hate me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think it's unfair when my fellow atheists ridicule the theist for believing in God without evidence. That's what they say. When the theists themselves are making claims that God doesn't exist, there's no evidence for God, and when questioned, instead of answering in a coherent fashion, they resort to verbal attacks, name calling. Okay, so if the theist is illogical for believing in God, I think that the atheist should be also illogical in making claims without evidence.
Yeah. Is logic being logically consistent? Is that what you're striving for above all else?
Well, people speak about people speak about mathematics having proofs, right? Like 2 + 2 is 4, and 2 + 2 is always going to be 4, and it's impossible that for it to be anything other than that, right? I mean, I'm not saying I'm right here, Mr. Stephen. I'm not saying I'm right. It's just with the way I think. To live our lives, I think that's right. Okay, that 2 + 2 is going to be 4. And it's impossible for it to be anything else. Okay, that's a belief to hold. But when you make the claim, which is further than the belief, I feel, you're ruling out, let's say a deity, an all-knowing, all-powerful deity, which is implemented in humans' minds that 2 + 2 is 4, and it cannot be anything else. Where in fact, 2 + 2 can be other than 4. So if you're making a claim and saying it's impossible for you to be wrong, you must be ruling out every other option, any other possibility. And that's the way I feel.
Can I share something from my religion?
What's your religion again?
I'm a pluralist.
Pluralist. I've never heard of it.
So I believe that all religions are somewhat correct, and also all religions are somewhat flawed because men make mistakes.
Okay.
And they're also influenced by outside sources other than God.
Well, I think people in Christians, Muslims, and religious Jews, I think they will typically do whatever's acceptable in the community, irrelevant if it's going against what the Bible says.
Sure. Yeah. Can I share something?
Yes.
So, my faith is very adamant about something, and it's that it is a waste of time to be in search of this 100% certainty. And that it's much more important that you do things that are probably beneficial for yourself and others. And it's to focus on this being more and more and more and more and more certain, to talk about it, to talk about what is moral, to talk about what is right, is most of the time a waste of time. And that it's much, much more important to do what you already believe is right, and to focus on doing and helping.
Okay, and just are you giving that freedom to the individual?
Yes.
Okay, so if one person believes that doing something is a good thing and a right thing and a just thing, then that's all that matters, right? And
Doing the thing is what matters.
And what another person views that if that's right or wrong should not be influential, right?
It prioritizes the individual's beliefs.
Yeah, let's say an individual wants to take photographs at a kindergarten school. Are you giving that freedom to the individual and not to listen to anybody else?
If they believe that is what is the most good that they can possibly do in that time.
Well, you've got me, Stephen. You surprised me.
And the reason being is that there are people that are going, like you're mentioning right now, there are people that are going to do bad things because they're mistakenly believe it's right? There's going to be a very small sliver of people that do that. But I believe that if everyone followed that advice, much more good than bad would get done, would actually get done, versus talking about it, where if everyone talked about it, nothing would get done. And if everyone did what they believed was good, most of it would be good and some of it would be bad. And I would rather, I think it would be more beneficial to the world if we took that trade-off and we said, okay, whatever you believe is good, just go do that. And we can, the fact that some people will do wrong anyway and believe it's right is baked into the equation, because more people will inherently do what is good than do what is bad.
Yes, I think there's some truth to that. I want to congratulate you on being consistent. By the way, that's what I meant when I said, I'm impressed by you. But just let me read off a line. It's a quote from a song called "To Ramona" by Bob Dylan. Okay, and not that it has any meaning here. It's just something that comes to my mind. Everything passes, everything changes. Just do what you think you should do. That's a quote from Bob Dylan's song "To Ramona." It's a beautiful song. I just wanted to say that. Okay. What else I want to say? Oh, what do you think about Buddha, by the way? Do you know what Buddhas are? Them sculptures?
Yeah.
What do you think about these Buddhas?
I'm kind of ignorant on Buddhism. I think I should learn more about Buddhism as a faith.
I think they're all right.
I've never met a Buddhist that's an asshole.